guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alamide for those of you who are new to this channel, and today we're going to be speaking all about my holistic LSE experience. So let's talk about accommodation, because that was the first thing I experienced in my first year, was living out in halls. It was one of the things that I was the most excited for. When I tell you I packed my whole room, I packed all the clothes that I had, all the shoes, everything was coming to me. I had took so much stuff. I was so excited to be staying in halls. I stayed in a Passfield, which was a hall like literally on UCL's campus. LSE in itself, like the actual buildings are quite close together, but the accommodation is literally all over London, like a 20 minute walk. Yeah, 20 to 25 minute walk to uni. The reason why I chose Passfield to live in was because it had a 34-week contract. What a 34-week contract means is that you have to move out in December and Easter. Christmas and Easter. For some people that would be a nuisance. It really was a nuisance, but what it meant was that there was 8 weeks of uni that you wasn't paying accommodation for. Because it had that condition, most of the people in those halls lived in the UK. Actually meant that the halls were quite diverse, because a lot of the more bougie, more expensive halls had a particular type of students in them, but Passfield was quite small, so you could develop relationships with people and you kind of knew people. I didn't know anyone really except from like my group of friends, but my friends knew everyone. So yeah, I really enjoyed staying in halls to an extent. I feel like it was the best place to make friendships, but like by the end of it, I wanted to go home so bad. Like I couldn't wait to go home, and I will explain why. Food, firstly, the food, like most people in the halls would disagree with me and they thought the food was good. The food wasn't bad, like it was better than school dinners, but it just wasn't, I just didn't like it. Like they tried the jollof and the plantain and the chicken, but it just wasn't the same. And the thing about it is because it was a catered accommodation, so everyone who lived in the accommodation was getting dinner. Yeah, that's all we got, dinner. And then on Saturdays we got brunch. The kitchen facilities were useless, absolutely useless. We literally had a hob, yeah, like it was a table, and then they just put like 2 hobs on it. There was no oven, there was no grill, there was no freezer, and there was only a mini fridge for everyone. It was the whole floor as well, and only like 2 people could fit in the kitchen. Mind you, there was like more than 20 people on the floor. Even when I went home, my mum made me food and I brought my food to uni, it would go off so quickly because there was no freezer. How can you have no freezer in accommodation and expect people to cook? So basically what they were saying is either you eat downstairs for dinner, have 1 meal a day, or you buy food outside. Like that was the only option. No oven, no freezer, you couldn't even meal prep. Like I was buying food all the time, and like there's only so much you can eat out. Food wise, it just wasn't it. Like I didn't lose that much weight because I was really skinny, but like I lost weight when I moved to uni, because before I went to uni I was eating quite a bit, and then when I was going to uni I lost so much because I would eat, like I would just buy Domino's and just eat Domino's throughout the whole day. Like, and literally I would be in dinner, like go to dinner, get the plate, look at the food, and I will order food to the dinner table, and while my friends are eating the catered food, I was eating takeout, and your food will get stolen. Not as much in my accommodation, but my friend who was in another hall, his food got taken all the time. And it was so funny because it was like Nigerian food, like spicy food, and it was like, do you even know what you're stealing? Like, do you actually know what you're stealing? People will use your milk, people will take your stuff. The only thing of mine that got taken was a piece of pancake. I wasn't that mad about it, to be honest, because there wasn't really that much to steal because we didn't have a proper fridge. And the fridge was like this. The annoying thing was when people would use your stuff. Like that was annoying. Like people would use your frying pan and then like not wash it. It wasn't like flat, so you never really had like confrontations with anyone because you wouldn't know who it was. They cleaned the kitchen every day, kind of, but like they wouldn't like wash the plate for you. I think the only thing they did is like take out the bin maybe and like wipe the countertop, but that kitchen was stink. Oh my god, it would smell so bad. I hated going in there. In terms of like bathrooms wise, I don't know if I said, but in my room the only thing that was there was a sink, which was annoying as well, because why is there just a random sink? There's a random sink in the middle of the room. Bathroom wise, they cleaned it, I think every day or every other day. I think it was every day. And what I would do is I would just go in ASAP. As soon as they cleaned, I was in there and had my shower. So it actually wasn't that bad. Like, you know how people talk about like being lonely at university and being alone? I think the lonely thing is when you're in halls and like you're in a space where you're supposed to be talking to everyone, and where like there are people like you, your same age, like in rooms adjacent to you, but you're in your room by yourself. You feel more alone because you feel like you should be talking to people. Mind you, everyone else could be in their room working as well, but because you're in a space that has like so many other students and you're just in your room, it makes it feel like even lonelier, because you know that your friends are in the building but they might be busy, or I'm at home, I'm in my room by myself, and I don't get that same lonely feeling. But there's just something about living in accommodation that I feel like just makes you feel lonely. I don't know what it is. Or like when you're in your room and then you're hearing people like chattering through the corridors and you're just by yourself. It's just kind of like, oh guys, I wanna get involved. Involve me, please. Some people in LSE just work too goddamn hard, and it's like, relax, breathe. Okay, breathe, take a chill pill. And like I remember first term, me and my friends, I think it was like 10 p.m. or something, and me and my friends were like, we were actually recording a YouTube video, and then this snitch next to me went to go and tell the security man downstairs that we were making bad noise. It's like, this is halls, like we're supposed to be having fun. Mates in the Midlands, yeah, they're partying to 2 a.m. It's 10 p.m. and you're already complaining. What are you complaining for? It's Freshers Week. What work are you doing? It was just like, like when people would make noise and I was like sleeping or focusing, like it would be irritating, but you wouldn't go to the extent of snitching, because it's like, this is uni, this is halls, like people are having fun with their friends, get over it. People just work too goddamn hard. And I didn't like the next door neighbour. I didn't like him at all. Time, yeah, I always tell everyone this story. I went downstairs at like 10 p.m. to get water, and I saw this girl and she was studying. I was like, okay, it's kind of late, but okay. I went back upstairs, I went to sleep. I came back the next morning, maybe like 9 p.m. to get water again. I like water. But why is the girl still there? Why is she still there? Being in that environment just makes you feel like you need to work all the time, because someone is always working, like, and in like the social space is like, it's kind of next to the cafeteria, and people would double up the cafeteria as like a workspace. So even if you were socializing, you'd see like people in the cafeteria like working really, really hard, and it always made you feel like you needed to be working. Like you wasn't even in the library, you wasn't even like in uni, but you still felt like you had to be working. And then I started to do things like pulling all-nighters and stuff like that, because I saw everyone else doing it, but that doesn't work for me. Like ever since I've moved back home, I've never done an all-nighter, not once. I've never stayed up past like midnight, not once, doing work, never. But when I was in first year, I felt like I had to do that all the time, and my results since first year has been so much better. Yes, ethnic minorities are the majority, but it's not that diverse. Like there are a lot of, there's nothing wrong with it, right? There's nothing wrong with having a uni that's 70% international students, but I think because of that, it definitely does add to the very serious environment. Obviously, if you're paying more to go to a university and your parents are sending you abroad to go to a university, you're gonna take it a lot more seriously. Maybe that's my hypothesis anyways, but I think it definitely does add to the environment. But I do like the serious environment at LSE. Like I love LSE students are so entrepreneurial, and I love being in that environment. Like I love the fact that like literally like one guy that I was sitting next to in one of my classes, he owns his own Forex company in Canary Wharf, 6-figure company. He comes to uni in his Range Rover, he's got his name on the plate. Like there are so many people who are doing LSE, like studying at LSE, and who are working part-times at hedge funds, part-times at private equity firms, who have their own businesses, who are like, they're just so entrepreneurial. I love it because like everyone is just so like mature and grown, especially when it comes to like having your ish together. And I think being in London adds to that kind of vibe. There's just something very serious about being in London, especially where we are. So LSE is in like central London, Aldwych, Holborn, but if you've ever been to the Royal Courts of Justice, it's literally like right behind the Royal Courts of Justice, and it's in the midst of like the city is like 10 minutes down the road, and then there's like a bunch of law firms, and it's just, I love it. I love the environment. Some people would hate it, but you're walking past bankers, you're walking past lawyers, you're walking past judges, the buildings. Oh, I love walking through that. Oh, that's actually making me sad that I'm actually not going to get that experience again. Like, I'm not going to be able to walk through LSE campus again. Who even knows if we're going to have a graduation? Oh my god. I love walking around their uni. Like, I just loved it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just an air of just like, I don't know. I think maybe it's because it's such a contrast to where I live, that like there's so many like Bentleys going around, so many Rolls Royces. You have people in their chauffeurs, you have the Teslas. Like, people often say that, oh yeah, like it's not a campus university, and it is. But you know what it is, yeah? Other universities, every university that I've been to, in terms of like the departments and the university in itself, excluding student halls, LSE's is actually the closest. Like, the furthest you'll travel between two distances where you might have a lecture and a class is about like 5 minutes ish. Whereas our other universities, and this is no matter what department you're in, like when I did like all my summer schools at like Oxford and Cambridge, you could be traveling 20 minutes between two departments. Like, they'll be on the complete opposite side of town. Whereas LSE's buildings are all close to each other. Like, they're close. Like, for me, it feels like a campus. In excluding student accommodation, like, it's very much has that campus feel. But I guess the difference is that everyone you're walking past isn't a student. People also ask like if it's cliquey, and I would say yes, but I think that's normal of any university, because people are drawn to the people who are most like them. So you do meet different people and you do get to socialize with different people. And I think you should do that when you're at university. My least favorite thing about LSE is very restrictive in terms of like modules. You know, like other universities, if you're at university now, you might do like 4 modules in your first term and then 4 modules in your second term. Most people at LSE, especially on my course, you're doing 4 modules throughout the whole year. And that's it. Like, there's not that many half units and half modules, not on my course anyways. Even through final year, I have never done a half unit. I've only ever done 4 units. Twice out of the 12 options, you're allowed to do something outside of your course. And like, I really enjoyed the stuff I did outside of my course, and I always did better on the stuff I did outside of my course than the stuff that I did on my course. And I really just wish I was able to like push those interests a bit further, or at least do some like half units. It was 20 weeks on like one topic. Like, come on, that's a bit dead. When you do take modules outside of your course, they're always similar. Obviously, this is because you're at the London School of Economics. Everything is sort of kind of related. And so I did accounting and I did philosophy. Philosophy was the most out there thing, and I loved it so much. Like, I loved it so much. But then I asked to take it in third year. They were like, no. The actual work, I feel like the teaching is very good. Apparently there's some like talk that LSE teaching isn't good. I think my course has been taught very well. I love the fact that in my South Asia module, I'm being taught by someone that is, I think he's Indian. In my Latin American module, my lecturer is Latin American. The only thing was, obviously, the Africa module, the lecturers weren't African. That would have been so nice. And the fact that I'm being taught by like the experts in the field. The economic historians are the leading economics historians in the field. But even just that, even with econ as well, we have so many amazing people coming to LSE to speak to us. We have so many amazing lecturers. Our lecturers' boyfriends will be like, or their husbands would be like head of Bank of England. Just so many cool stuff like that. I feel like it's good. The only thing is, I know for other courses, when you're being taught by people who are so smart, they're usually not the best teachers. And I think if there is a lag in the teaching, it's because they're just too smart to be able to teach it. And I've definitely had that. It just felt like I was doing a course somewhere and I would go there to do my course, but then really I would just be living my life. Like, that's how third year has felt as well. Like, I'm just living my life, like just do whatever I want to do, and then I go into this place to do courses and exams when I want to. But it's been great. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you made it to the end. Hit the like button if you did, and if you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, like if you're going into LSE, then just ask them in the comments so that when I answer, other people can see it. And thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I have some good content coming this summer, like different stuff as well. I'm done talking for today. This is my second video for today. I'm over it. Bye.